Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, and today in this art marketing video, I want you to ask, what's in it for them? This video is brought to you by richmombusiness.com and their viral training at freehandmadetraining.com. I took the course, it's wonderful, it's free, and it will really help you with your handmade business. I applied the techniques I learned to my husband's woodworking business, and it really increased sales, and it worked out really, really well. It's been seen over 20,000 times, and I think you could really benefit from it if you are trying to figure out what you should make to sell and how you can start making money with your handmade business. So check it out. Link is in the video description, or you could type freehandmadetraining.com and find it that way. So today I'm going to talk about building a content inventory. And you're probably thinking, I barely have time to make my handmade products, let alone build any sort of content inventory. But listen to me, because investing in this now is going to help you more and more in the future. So if you look at my YouTube channel, I have over 1,000 videos. I have close to 2,000 blog posts on my blog. I've got hundreds of articles published in magazines, and I'm also on other websites throughout the web. So, and prominent crafting websites. So what happens when you have so much content out there, when people start searching for things, you start showing up. And the more you show up when people search, the more you become an authority in the space. So this is extremely valuable if you sell online. So let's say you are a pattern designer. You're a knitter and you sell patterns for hats and sweaters and whatnot. And you do a YouTube video showing, this is how I made this hat. The pattern is available here. So somebody can watch you make it on YouTube, and maybe they could follow along and do all right, but chances are they're going to want the pattern. So they click in the video description and go to your shop, and they see your pattern. And then maybe they see 5 other patterns they like, and they buy them, and you make money. Okay, or maybe they see that video where you're making that hat, and then next to it, on the side of the computer screen, they see all these other tutorials that you have because you've tagged everything properly and you've made all these tutorials, you've built your content inventory, and they see all these other things available, so they subscribe to you because you are fabulous. Well, every time your new video comes up, they see it, and then they're tempted to go to your store and to buy your pattern. Now, maybe a publisher sees that. Maybe an editor for a knitting magazine sees it, or somebody trying to put together a knitting book, and they see that you've put out all of these patterns, and you've put out all of these articles, and maybe they've seen that you've actually written a few for knitting magazines when they go to your website, which you have a website, don't you? Come on, you have a website. I'm sure you do. And they see your bio on your About page or your resume, and they see that you've been published in all these places. So you have just taken the fear away from that editor to contact you and say, hey, I'm looking for a hat pattern for my All About Hat books coming up or whatever. So, and this happens to me quite a bit. I get contacted by publishers. I get contacted by outfits that do online classes. I get contacted by companies that need people to do concise tutorials using their products. So if they know that you are somebody that is creating original content, you've been vetted by all these people that have watched your videos, given you thumbs up. That's why the thumbs up are so important, guys. And you have all these views and subscribers, and you've actually been published in, you know, magazines, and you've been vouched for by people that matter in the industry, then it becomes so much easier to get new work. People are coming to you. You don't have to pound the pavement. So investing on that content inventory side now is super helpful. So you're probably thinking, okay, where do I start, Lindsay? Now that you've told me to do this, I don't know what to do. Okay. Easiest thing to start with, this is how I started. There may be quicker ways to the top. Not to say that I'm at the top or anything, but there may be quicker ways to get started. But I started a free blog on WordPress. WordPress is probably the best to start on, I think, as far as a blogging platform and a website platform, because you can convert it to a paid site if you want to. I think it's a really trustworthy place to keep your stuff, and it also shows up in search really well. And I think that's what really helped me early on, is that my articles were very searchable. And the reason I started a WordPress blog was because I wanted to write a book called The Frugal Crafter, but I couldn't find anyone that wanted to publish it. So I just ended up, well, I might as well just keep putting my articles here on my turf where people can keep coming back, and you know, let's see what happens. So I started building that content inventory early on, knowing that hopefully it would land me a book deal or something in the future. Obviously my goals changed since I started that back in 2008, but it was definitely a good idea, and it's something I recommend to everybody, because having a place where people can land that you control is really, really important. Then after that, I would recommend posting some of your projects in online galleries that are popular, and doing YouTube videos. YouTube is like the second search engine next to Google. Okay, so it is extremely powerful to have YouTube videos up there. Plus, people now would rather see a video learning how to do something rather than just reading an article. So then I would definitely start a YouTube channel, and I would embed your videos onto blog posts so that you're getting that kind of cross promotion. You're getting the powerful backlinks of Google. I would also pin your stuff on Pinterest. Plus, people will just start pinning your stuff on Pinterest if you have good photography anyway. So having those powerful backlinks of Google, of YouTube, and Pinterest just help your website or your blog get a lot more traction. Now, blog over a website, the thing about a blog that's really powerful is that the content is always evolving, always changing, always getting updated, where a website might not be. So that's, and you can blog for free on WordPress. You can also use Blogger or other sites. I really, really strongly recommend WordPress. They're not a sponsor. I don't even know if they sponsor things, but that's what I use, and I've had a lot of luck with it. But then when people start searching how to make clay, how to dye acrylic yarn, how to do all these different things, and your articles start popping up, you start getting more exposure, and that exposure turns into jobs. That exposure turns into sales. So especially if you're looking kind of like after Christmas time, things are slowing down in your life, things are slowing down in your work, start writing those articles. You can even write a bunch ahead of time and set them to schedule. I do that a lot of times. I'll shoot a bunch of videos and I'll set them to publish at different times. I do the same for blog posts. So if you have like all this time in January and you can write 50 articles, you don't want to publish them all in January. You can like dole them out as you need to. So take advantage of the downtime that's probably coming up after Christmas and build that content inventory. It will help you so much in the future because every article you've already written is still searchable. It's still out there. People can still find it. I get so much traffic to my blog from a DIY sleeping bag and tent for an American Girl-sized doll tutorial that I put up years ago. So that is always working for you. So make sure you put that good content out and you keep doing it. Don't just do 10 blog posts and fall off the face of the earth. It's a marathon, not a race, guys. I wish you the best of luck. I hope you check out my sponsor, richmombusiness.com, and her free handmade training course. Link is in the video description. She will help you with your handmade business. She's so smart. My friend Renee Christine, subscribe to her YouTube channel while you're at it. She's a hoot. And but she's like, it's like kale chips. She's like kale chips. She's like, you know, you're getting your vegetables, but you think you're eating potato chips. That's what she is like. I just love her. She's awesome. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, happy crafting.